Now, you mentioned Maia Joseph, possibly the best player on the field. 22-year-old who's moved down to Matatu from the Manawa a year or so ago. She can kick, she can pass, she's got an incredible feel for the game, having played it her entire life. And leading into this interview that Jipper and I did with her, I didn't actually realise until I did the research that she was Jamie Joseph's daughter. Bryn's been going on about her for a year, about how great she is, and at no point did I hear the surname and click. So we talked to her about, I suppose, her journey through, and what was quite amazing was it was very obvious that her ambition and her drive, she didn't require her father to get to where she is. She is quite a special human being. You had a pretty early start to your rugby career. You've been playing since you were very, very young.
Yep, I started in under 5 club rugby, kind of as early as you could. I just played with the boys here, but I didn't really notice at that age.
Automatically went into halfback, that was from the very start?
I played halfback all through my junior club rugby years, and then at high school moved to 10 because no one really knew how to play, and then back to 9 when I started FPC.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the advantage, I suppose, of having a professional coach as a father in Jaden.
Helps.
Has that helped you with, when you say knows how to play, you literally got it around you all the time. I'm imagining you watching a lot of tape and he's doing all those things in the house. Yeah,
I mean, I've been surrounded by rugby since I can remember. It's definitely played a huge part in my game today, for sure. Yeah.
He's known, let's just say, as a hard taskmaster. If anyone knows the cost it takes to be at that elite level, he would.
He's known as quite a hard coach, I think, but he's not actually that hard with me, and he probably has to tone me down because I'm quite hard on myself. So, but yeah, he's definitely makes sure I keep fit over the summer, that's for sure. Yeah.
When we look at your play, you've got a bit of S factor. We're seeing cross kicks from halfback and things like that, which you see from French halfbacks and South African halfbacks and rugby league hookers, but we don't often see in New Zealand that particular approach. Do you have carte blanche when you see something going on?
I don't really know where they come from, to be honest. I think maybe playing 10, I did that as a 10, and then when I came to 9, it didn't really. When you get into that flow state, you don't really think, oh, I'm a 9, I can't do that. So, yeah, I remember the first time that I did that in a game, afterwards I was I had never done that or really seen it before. It just kind of happened. Yeah, I think it's because I played 10 probably, yeah. Is
there an element of communication from the outside, so you hear it, you do it, or is it just something you see and you pull trigger?
So far it's just been kind of see and do. But I think now that I've done it a couple of times, the wingers are starting to call for it a bit, which is helpful. It
is a growing part of the game. A lot more kicking is going on now. Is it something within the squad that there's a lot of chat about in Matatu, more of that progression in the kicking area? Yeah, definitely. I think the men's game, it's progressed so much over the last 5 years, and the women a couple of years behind, but going into next year especially, it's going to be huge. So we've definitely spent a lot of time in Black Ferns trying to develop that part of our game, and I think going into Matatu it's going to be super important as well.
But can we expect to see, because of that focus at the Black Ferns and the need to develop that skill to win a World Cup, all 4 teams?
I think
probably
so.
Only kick a little bit more?
No, I think so. I think the Black Ferns coaches have kind of, made it aware that that's a work-on area for us at the moment, and something that we've, I guess, put a lot of time into. So I think all the girls who have come from Black Ferns into their super teams will take all those learnings, and I think it'll be a big shift from last year. And you're lucky to have got Hannah King, Black Ferns 10, 100%. Who made a quick rise last year, and Jib is a huge fan of Hannah King. Me too.
Having her come down to play with you, that can only be good. We always talk about combinations and things like that. They're so important for the progression of players.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you guys talk to each other before signing up this year?
I didn't know Hannah until we got to our first Black Ferns camp, but we've grown super close since then, and training at Hub together in Christchurch all year has been really cool, and we think quite similarly, and we kind of have the same work ethic, so we have lots of conversations after training about how things went and what we want to do, and I'm really looking forward to, I guess, growing that combination with Hannah at Matatu.
What do you like about her game?
I love how she plays close to the line. I think she makes great decisions because she scans super early, and I think that's something that's not super common in the women's game. I think people just play what's in front of them, but she kind of is good at preempting what's going to happen because she's looked. And she's got a great kicking game as well and a really long boot on her, which is going to be super helpful this year. Yeah.
I think that attacking kicking game as well, like you say, she plays so close to the line, but just getting those little grubbers through and putting other players in holes. Clearly, as you can see, I am a fan, but like, she is very, very good at running flat, ball in two hands, you know, assessing what options, reading the defender's body language. And I think you guys are going to build a combination that you're going to learn. The more you play together, the more you're going to react off each other. And I think, well, I'll ask you, do you think that'll put you both in a better position to start for the Black Ferns?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously we're focusing on Matatu at the moment, but I think if we can build off what we built in Black Ferns last year and get a really good combination, I think it'll definitely help. But more just focusing on Matatu at the moment.
Tell me about Matatu. It seems you moved back down to be there. It's I suppose your home franchise or club. What is it about that place that really motivates you? What do you love about that franchise?
I think it's the people. I think all of the staff and all of the girls are really close with each other, and it's an environment where anyone can feel really comfortable really quickly, which is what I loved about it last year. In my first year, sometimes it can take me a while to get used to a new environment, but after the first couple of weeks I felt really comfortable, so then I could play the game that I wanted to play. So I think that's probably a huge part of Matatu and I guess the team culture. Yeah.
They got an incredible legacy at halfback too. Came to Cox Edges around.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see much of her around the track?
Yeah, she comes to training every now and then, which is cool, and done a few passing sessions with her, which has been super helpful. Yeah, she's a great mentor.
Yeah, she's slick. Last up, World Cup finals coming up. You've been granted some selections, which is odd for a player, but you can be granted 3 selections. A current player, a former player, and a coach to take along with you. Who would you want to pick up?
I think for current player, I'll put our captain, Kennedy. I'd pick Lou as well, but if I can only pick one. She's just a great leader and someone that everyone follows. I think she leads by example, and I mean, you see the hits that she puts out there, it really lifts our team up. So I'll put Kennedy in there as my current player. For coach, it would be hard to go past Wayne Smith. I think what he did for the Black Ferns in the last World Cup was pretty amazing. I'd love to be coached by him, and I think I'd have heaps to learn off him. So I picked Wayne Smith. And a pass player, that's difficult. I don't want to pick Aaron Smith because he'd take my spot. But maybe I'll
bring
pick
back
him.
Jamie Joe.
Yeah, maybe I'll pick Dan and then we can play together. That'd be pretty cool.
Be pretty
I'll
teach him not to ruck.
I'll let you tell him. Actually, I think I'll let you tell him. He's probably much softer, as you said, on you.
No, that would be cool. I'd pick Dan, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Maia. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me. It's cool.
Cheers. Thank you.